Okay, so you may say, I don't know how to add the lettering on there. I don't have Photoshop. Picnik is free. I'm using Picnik this year just so I can do it a little bit more on the go. I don't have to load Photoshop, open it up. Sometimes it's a little more time consuming and maybe a little bit more difficult. I can use Picnik really free. I think it's $24 for a year, and lets me color correct my photos and things like that. But all you have to do is just go in, choose your text element, type in your date, put it in, do it that way. Now, also realize that you don't have to use Project Life for taking a picture every day. I know a lot of people that use it also just to document a year. Maybe they're not a scrapbooker and they don't want to do that kind of thing, but they really want a photo album that kind of goes chronologically that they can write in, that's a little nicer than the photo albums that have been around for years. This is a great way to do that also, and not be tied to, you know, a certain thing. Other people use the 7 slots that are available for just 7 pictures that they take during the week. And so they're really just documenting a week in the life, which is also fine. You know, 3 pictures may be from the same day, and that's okay too. But I think just the concept of preserving your memories is what's the most important with Project Life and why I'm such a big advocate of it. So whichever way you use it for your family is not a wrong thing to do. You know, it's just important that we're preserving things. We have things to pass on. And so however you want to use it is fine. This is a great wedding gift. This is a great baby gift. It's great for maybe first year of school. This is something that I'm really, really glad that I was able to start when my kids are small. There are a lot of things that I have pictures of in here that I would have forgotten otherwise. I know that there's no way that I would have remembered these little events and little moments, and it's kind of the details that get lost every day is what I find that I'm capturing with this. How have I changed what I did in 2010 to 2011 is a question that I got on the blog. And so basically I'm not using Photoshop, I'm going into Picnik. That's one thing that I'm doing. And the other thing that I'm doing is that I'm doing it both traditionally in here, also doing it digitally, but I'm not using the Project Life also comes as a digital kit that you can buy, but I'm not using the Project Life digital kit. I'm actually using Shutterfly for that. So at the end of last year, I had taken this to work, and someone said to me, "This is all great, but God forbid something happened to you. You have 2 kids. Who gets these kits?" And so I thought, you know, there's really nothing for the kids. I would hope that maybe they'd take every other year. I don't know how they would do it. But I did realize that there was nothing for them to have that was kind of theirs until I pass away. And so what I decided to do this year was to make them each their own book. So I haven't gone back and done 2010 yet, but this is their first book for 2011. I did this straight in Shutterfly, and you'll notice it's an 8x8 book. So I didn't really want to do the investment of a 12x12, and it just would be too much. So, but it is hardback because I do want it to be something that they can keep and something that can kind of take the wear and tear of being flipped through a lot. And so what I did was I just went through, and you just digitally upload. Picked a cover page, and it just says Project Life, and then it has our names. And this is a quarter. And so each book is 20 pages without it going into the next price range. So this is January through March of 2011. And then I just basically went in and uploaded the picture from every day. And all the pages are the same. All the layouts are the same. And so this was kind of my first stab at this. I don't think I did any of them differently. Kind of my first stab, and so I left it kind of generic just to see how it would work out and to make sure that this is what I wanted to do for them in that route. And I'm really happy that I did. Now, moving on, what I'll do is maybe add some vertical pictures. All of the slots right now that I use, with the exception of the pictures that I put in the journaling cards, are all horizontal. So I'm finding that I'm taking 1,000 horizontal pictures because I never know which one I'm going to use. But some of them are vertical and I cut them out to 4x6 horizontal. So I will upload the vertical one to this if I need to. I'm kind of playing around with it and just trying to find my own here. But you'll notice there isn't journaling here. But what I'm going to do is type out the journaling cards. Journaling cards are small. So 2x3. So you don't really fit a book on there anyway. And a lot of times I'll type them out for a post at any rate. So I'm just going to throw those into a Word document, turn it to a PDF, I'm going to burn it to a disc, and then in the back I'm going to put the CD envelope and the disc so they have the journaling here if they ever want to read it. But hopefully the pictures will be self-explanatory enough that it's at least a record for them. This is still the main project and still the thing that holds the key, but this is at least something for them to have that's kind of their own that they can take with, kind of like a family yearbook is kind of how I think about it. So what I would recommend for the photos is I usually print once a month, and I usually print whoever is running the best sale at the time. Plain and simple. So 5-cent prints, 5 to 8-cent prints are usually where I go. A lot of times it's Walgreens, it's Snapfish, sometimes it's Shutterfly, but I do a month at a time, and like I said, whoever's running a sale. Then with the photo books, what I'm going to do is wait until they're buy one get one free. And so I'll build the photo books, just have them there. As soon as it's buy one get one free, I'll just, you know, however many I've got to get, that's what I'll get. Groupons are great right now, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with Shutterfly though, just because of the book, the quality is great. On prints, almost everybody is kind of up to the same thing right now, but for Shutterfly, they have great photo books. I've heard Peekaboo has great photo books as well, so if you have some of those Groupons, you may want to use those, but otherwise I'm going to stick with Shutterfly for my books and then whoever's on sale for this. But don't forget, buy one, get one free on this. So that's how I use Project Life, and that's kind of where I've gone with it, but I highly recommend it. The kits are sold out for 2011, but that doesn't mean that you can start today. 2012 is going to be out anytime now. They're already going through and kind of saying this is what we're going to do different, this is what we're not. This kit was sold out on January 1st, and I went ahead and started and waited around, and it came back in stock, and I ordered it that day. I'm so glad I did because I got a full year of memory. So I suggest that you do the same. You will not regret it. Don't start in January, you know, say I'm going to start August 1st or start tomorrow. There's nothing that says it has to be a calendar year. It's just a really important thing and something that I know that you won't regret doing. If you have questions, feel free to send them to me, Stephanie@stephanieclick.com, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you, and thanks for sharing Project Life with me.